Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have my January plan with me. If you want to check out my other plan with me, check out the playlist over here. And let's just get into it. Okay, so this month for my bullet journal, I'm doing a sci-fi / futuristic theme, which is actually from a comment on my November plan with me, which asked if I could do like the opposite of the theme I did for November, or like a futuristic one. And I tried to look up some inspiration for like a futuristic theme, and I wasn't able to find like that much for like bullet journaling. So I'm really excited that I can put this out on the internet of my futuristic theme, and maybe if people are looking for inspiration for one, they can find it. I would also love to hear any bullet journal themes for February or any other months, because I actually have no idea what to do for February, but I was thinking something maybe pink, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I just wrote out January with my black Stabilo fine liner, and I wrote it in like a font that kind of, I'm not sure how you call it, has like these dashes that make it kind of look like formal. And now I'm outlining circles, and this cover page honestly took me so long to make because I did like half of it before I filmed, and then I tried to like show you guys how I made these like circles. So yeah, it took me like a long time. Also, these circles / rings are inspired by typography. It's like where you draw like mountains and like elevation. So as you can see, I'm now starting out some mountains from scratch, and what I'm doing is I'm just like drawing circles. I'm just drawing around them, and then if you draw another circle, you can just like attach them to each other and just like make little pathways, and like you can, in little spaces where there's nothing happening, just add more rings, and they don't have to be like circular, they can be triangular, any shape. Yeah, and they can come off the page and whatever you feel like. I want to add that this is like super time consuming to make these circles, but it's also like really therapeutic, just like making lines and circles and ovals, all these shapes. It's like very therapeutic but also very time consuming, and I wouldn't suggest starting with a fine liner just because although like you don't have to make it perfect at all, it might be a little bit challenging to make sure that the circles don't like overlap, or you don't like put a ring that accidentally like attaches into another ring. This also gives me like coloring page vibes for some reason. Like I feel like I should color in the circles. Like I have a coloring page in my bullet journal, but I didn't color them in. And it would honestly have taken me so much time if I did color it in. This spread took me so long, I decided to take a lunch break after I finished this side of the page, and I actually didn't plan for my quote page, so I'm going to be planning it too, which you'll see. So the first thing I did in this quote page was measure the center of the page, and I made these boxes which I'm going to write my quote into, which each letter will go into a box. And my quote reads, "What is coming is better than what has gone." Yeah, it's kind of like a sweet, like, the future is going to be better than the past quote, because it's supposed to be like futuristic. It also like kind of ties into like this whole 2020 and new year, because, you know, it's January. So yeah, I thought this quote was pretty fitting. I used my Crayola Super Tips as well as the black Stabilo pen, and I did like a combination of like fake calligraphy, and then sometimes I would do like the very formal font, and I also just did like an all caps, like there's a space between each letter font. If you want any like tips on making quote pages, I have a video that can help you. Okay, now on to my calendar spread. I don't know why I flipped twice, but yes, we are onto the calendar page. So I'm drawing like these circles, which I'm going to put the date into. Things like this came up when I searched up futuristic / sci-fi, where it's like a dot, like a circle and a line. So I'm just drawing it out, and I'm like using those dots and I'm connecting a line through them to like make my calendar spread. And I think although this setup for the calendar might look a little bit strange and maybe not the most aesthetically pleasing, I think it really fits the theme of this spread, so I really like how it ties in everything and makes it look more futuristic. I would love to see more futuristic themes in the bullet journal community and other maybe not so like typical spread ideas, because I think it's like a really stretch of your creativity and how you can take something that might not necessarily seem like something you'd put in a bullet journal and use it and make it look cool. So I wrote January the same size and font as on the cover page, and it's pretty much the same, it's just sideways on the side, which I'm also using my Stabilo pen to write the days of the week on the top. And I'm starting this one on a Monday because it fit really nicely when you start it on a Monday for January this year. But I've started it on Sundays and Mondays now, and I'm really fine with either. I just do whichever works best for that time. Also, I wrote the days of the month in those little circles, and I would suggest trying to make them bigger rather than smaller if you make this, because mine were a little bit too small sometimes. I just had to cram the numbers in. Okay, so now I'm using a gray twin tone Tombow marker to make mountains on top of my calendar, which I guess you could maybe say this theme is also about mountains then, because the last one was typography, which shows mountains and valleys. And I added a blue sun in this because it's supposed to be like futuristic / out of this world, and I guess this place has a blue sun. I'm also using my blue Crayola Super Tip to scribble some things in the background, which I'm writing numbers on top of, because I thought it would be like futuristic to have like code / numbers around everywhere. They're just like random numbers, they don't even mean anything. So I don't know if it's like that was a good idea or not, but yeah, I just went with it. I wonder if it's cold there because you have a blue sun. I don't know. Yeah, if you make a theme like this, you can create your own planet and have interesting things on it too. I think that's like a really fun thing about doing a futuristic spread like this. Okay, and now on to my habit and mood trackers. So last time I made my habit and mood trackers on one page, but today I separated it into 2 pages because I'm using a different style of mood tracker, as well as I just made my habit tracker a little bit more spread out. So I'm adding these circles to my habit tracker, which I've done before in other videos, but I don't know if I explained what I was doing very well. So I'm adding these, and they're going to have like smiley faces on them, or like sad faces, and it basically talks about how well I did a habit. So if I do it like really well, I'd give myself like the happiest one, and if I don't do it as well, I'd give it like the not so happy one. So like if I did a lot of schoolwork, I'd get the happy one. Yeah. These boxes are also each 7 dots wide, and they're the size of like a calendar, where each box space is one day in like the other calendar. So I just made it really small. So now I'm adding another mountain range to the bottom of this spread, like I did to the top of my calendar, and I'm adding a blue sun, and it has rays. So now we're on to the mood tracker. I don't actually experiment that much in my bullet journal. I usually try to keep things the same just because it's easier, but this time I decided to experiment a bit with my mood tracker, and I'm really interested to see how this goes. And if you guys have any different spreads that you think I should try out, you tell me about them in the comments down below. So my mood tracker this month is basically like a bar graph where you like put a dot where your mood is for that day. So on the top of each box has the days of the month, and whatever day it is, on the side there will be like smiley faces, meh faces, or sad faces, and like you can choose on the range of how you feel, and then you can see how your mood changes throughout the month. So I'm really excited about this spread. So it's a video tracker, and I'm going to use it for my YouTube videos and see how it works. So basically I'm making a table, and each column here represents a different video that I'll hopefully upload, as well as like a bonus video. And on the sides there's a bunch of things I need to do for that video, such as plan, film, edit, thumbnail, publish, and the date that it will go up. And all of these except for the date will be like, I will check them off when I do them, and then the date, I'll just write the date that I will publish it on. And the ideas, I can just make thumbnails or whatever I feel like would be good to like plan out these videos. Now I'm making a page with the title Other, which is going to just serve to me as a brain dump, so you can just put whatever I want. I can even like do video planning stuff here if I want to like draft out thumbnails and stuff. I'm using my gray twin tone Tombow as well as the two blue Crayola Super Tips to make dots around the border of this page. Wow, so we're actually on to my weekly spread now. This went by so fast, but also like I did a lot in this video. So I wanted to make my weekly spread on one page this week. So I just made boxes, and they're just each going to serve as a day of the week. And I did 6 of them, and the large one is for the weekend. And I put week 1 at the top left, and yeah, I'm just labeling. Okay, now it is time for my final flip through. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it would mean the world to me if you were to like and subscribe. I make a lot of bullet journal videos, and I have a bunch of plan with me's. I had a lot of fun experimenting with this theme, and I'd love to hear a lot more out of this world, no pun intended, theme ideas. And yeah, I can't believe this video is almost over. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please put in the comments suggestions for February, because I literally have no idea what to do. And I can't believe 2020 is almost over, and you might be watching it might be over already. That's kind of crazy. Okay, well that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and bye! Have an awesome 2021.